Hey everyone, and welcome to Commander Clash. This week, Richard is on vacation, so he will not be here. However, we have a special treat for everyone. This is the return of Jake. He is filling Richard's seat for today, and if you guys have been watching Commander Clash for a while, you know that Jake has been one of the original Clashers, or part of the crew, and he returns, and we're going to be doing Anything Goes. So let's start off with Jake. Welcome back, by the way.
Thank you. You guys better remember me. I literally named the series. Nobody else wanted it to be called it, but no one could think of a better name, so all you viewers got stuck with Commander Clash, and I hope you like it.
I don't even remember the other options for the names, but they were all awful. This one was the only good one.
All right, so I am running Tirad of Fates today. According to EDHRecommender.com, it is the second least popular Orzhov commander, so I thought I'd dig it up out of the ashes of no one ever playing with it and see if I could make something with it work. It's basically Blink Tribal. Play a bunch of white and black creatures with good enter the battlefield effects, and then try to exile them and return them to the battlefield as many times as possible. So a lot of value creatures, a lot of blink effects, and the commander itself is very, very slow. You got to play it, and then the next turn you put a fade counter on something, and then the next counter you blink something. So there's a couple different things in the deck to try to speed that process up as well. So it should be fun if it works.
Yeah, I think that's really cool too. Traditionally, blink decks are usually in white and blue. So it's rather unorthodox to see it in Tirad of Fates, and it'll be interesting to see what blink effects you use in black.
You definitely get worse blink effects like tools, because blue has a lot of really good ones, but there are some really good black enter the battlefield creatures, so it's definitely a little bit different. It should be cool.
Yeah, should be interesting to see. All right, Seth, what are you running?
I am playing a Titania Protector of Argoth deck. So Titania mono green and pretty much likes lands going into the graveyard, and then it can get lands back from the graveyard. So I'm playing a lot of things to get lands into the graveyard, to make a bunch of elemental tokens, and hopefully use those tokens to win the game. So that's kind of my plan. It's a little challenging on a budget, because Titania, I had always just assumed I couldn't really play for Commander Clash, because she really likes fetch lands, wastelands, things like that. So I think there's some ways around it. I got some ideas from a list on Goldfish. I think it was from Adam Kaiser, who has submitted some of our viewers submitted decks in the past. So it looked pretty sweet, and I got some ideas from that, and I'm excited to try it out.
Really sweet, yeah. I'm wondering which lands you're going to be using for this endeavor, especially because you're not in black or anything, so you don't have like the dredge land or other get rog monster effects. So this is going to be cool. All right, Tom, what are you running?
I'm running a fantastic god all the way from Theros block, Ephara, god of the Polis. She's a 4-mana 6/5, but only if my devotion white and blue is 7 or greater. The biggest thing, though, is at the beginning of each upkeep, if I had another creature enter the battlefield under my control last turn, I get to draw a card. This deck definitely plays off that fact. There's a nice amount of flash enablers, there's a nice amount of token enablers, and the reason I love this deck so much is that it accrues such consistent and constant card advantage throughout the entire game. Does it win a lot? No. But it's really fun to play.
But you get to draw cards.
You get to draw a lot of cards. So I love it for that fact alone.
Oh man, this is such a different Commander Clash. Usually we see Seth being like the ultimate durdle player who just draws cards and doesn't really do that much menacing stuff. But this time he's going big. And our traditional super big swingy aggro player, Tom, is now playing Ephara. It's like both those two decks have been swapped in owners. So it's quite interesting. Well, this is Tomer. I am also running something that I usually don't run. Traditionally, I play also very dirtly decks, but this time I decided to challenge myself a bit and go out of my comfort zone and play a very aggressive deck. This is Skullbriar, the Walking Grave. A lot of people like to run him as this really cheap and effective scaling Voltron commander, and I do have some elements of that. However, I just was focusing more so on a +1/+1 counter theme, but it's going to definitely be aggro focused, so we'll see if I can pull it off. Okay, well, this hand, it can play a turn 2 Skullbriar, and I don't usually have hands that can do that, I don't think, because of all the tap lands I run. So it seems fine. I will keep.
Yeah, I'm keeping too.
Same here. Lands and spells, baby. Lands and spells.
Lands and spells. I can't cast anything in my hand, but I have 4 lands, so I can't possibly ship that.
We'll get there.
That's a little scary that you have 4 lands and can't cast anything.
Well, one of them requires a target, so it's kind of cheating, but I could
Oh.
cast it if there was something that I could target.
Hopefully it's not a prairie stream.
Ooh, the value.
Oh!
Oh wait, I do have something that can target. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
Oh my gosh.
F8ing.
Evil presence? What's going on?
Well,
Yeah, it now has flash.
let me just start with a command tower.
Oh, is that better be in this deck?
Hopefully it still works
It
and
is.
it's not
If you
randomly
don't start
bugged.
every single commander deck as technically being 96 cards, including command tower and soul ring, you're doing something wrong.
Don't forget Solemn Simulacrum.
Well, there's also
Oh, yeah,
the
someone's
monocolor decks.
I mean, to be fair to Solemn, it only fits in like 95% of decks, not like literally every deck. Though I guess command tower doesn't fit in monocolor ones either, so.
I was going to say, I'm not sure I have
Still
any of those
works.
cards in my deck.
You don't have soul ring?
No Sol Ring?
Actually, I think I have Soul Ring. I lied.
Okay.
I don't have Solemn or Command Tower, though. And I have Lightning Greaves. A eerie Lightning Greaves.
The spooky.
Spooky. That's what it was. Oh my god. Ooh. That's some nice token synergy with Ephara.
I was
And-
going to say Tom was going to be Durdley today, but apparently no.
Alright, I'm gonna counter spell.
Fair.
Dash Hopes.
Well, there could be
Dash
like
hopes with no double black mana.
Wicked Boon.
pop quiz for everyone. Why does everybody tap out while we're playing online?
To utilize a key known as F8, as long as the lands are tapped and you can't activate abilities with 0 or less, you get to auto-yield the turn. It makes
if
life
you've-
better for everybody.
If you've ever watched Tom's Twitch stream, you've heard that about 7,000 times. Because he will explain it, and literally 30 seconds later, someone asks in chat about it. It's so funny.
It's also asked without fail in all our Commander Clash comment sections, unless we specifically say it at the very beginning. So, and then as a welcome back to Jake, he must be a
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
as is tradition. I'm just keeping the tradition.
I'm pretty
alive.
sure I've been deserving that for like however long I've been gone, a couple months. Well, I'm going to pass a turn.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Suspiciously without tapping out.
That is like the best part about using F8, is it's the ultimate bluff tool as well. Like all of a sudden if someone doesn't tap out, you know bad things are happening. But then again, I'm not attacking into anybody's open mana. So let's just go this way.
No.
Haha.
Yeah, I deserve it.
Wouldn't it be a shame if Oblation was bugged right now and I was taking advantage of that to get rid of your Skullbriar permanently, Tomer?
Is that a thing?
That would make me really sad.
Is it bugged?
Yeah,
Well-
no, I'm concerned.
We're about to find out.
Oh man. What if I didn't attack you?
Well, then we would probably wait a couple more turns before we found out.
Jake, do it. Do it, Jake. For science, Jake.
Well, I mean, there is another person open, so. And also, I want to spread the love anyway.
Also, I don't have Ablation in my deck, and it's not bugged to my knowledge. So
No.
thank you for not attacking me again.
But you still have mana open, so I feel like you have some sort of combat trick, and I really didn't want to.
You guys
do
can put
anything
that down
too
as the
scary.
first time I've ever successfully bluffed anything. Chocolate has been gone for a long time. They don't think I'm lying anymore. What should I do? Should I cast my commander? I can start the fate counters.
Oh, yeah.
Watch the 2/2 first strike. It's not that bad of a play. Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh, that's actually good against Skullbriar, right? That does get rid of the counters.
No,
What?
no, because Exile Zone
Oh.
counts as a zone that's not a hand or library, so I think
okay.
it still keeps the counters.
Ooh, who's going to give me the lands I want?
I definitely want to make the decision if asked.
Okay. I will.
I love pile cards.
All right, I'll go with Tom. I don't think I have anything that scary. Plus, I can always get stuff back. I would prefer if you put the Drownyard Temple in the graveyard, if I had a choice.
Fair.
We'll get that, and I can't pass up Strip Mine. I don't even have anything I want to Strip Mine at the moment. But
Oh no,
all right, those are the options.
Oh my gosh.
that's pretty
What in
good.
the world? I'm putting into the graveyard.
It's a lot of destruction over there, Seth.
Putting Dust Bowl in the graveyard, and as a sign of solidarity with this strip mine, I will put the Drownyard Temple in the graveyard.
Oh,
right. Well, then I guess I'll go.
Does that make sense?
Then I guess I'll Strip Mine the command tower then instead of your bounce land.
Thank
no. Seth, can we talk about this?
Actually, I'm not Strip Mining anything yet.
Yeah.
I just need to explode.
All right, that's
Get a couple
good,
more
'cause I
lands.
needed one more turn of this command tower around. That would have sucked for me.
When I first heard we were doing free for all week this week, my initial thought, and I still hope I can do this sometime, was to make all cards that are bugged on Magic Online tribal, and just play every card that was bugged or has been bugged in the same deck, and just see what would happen. Then I realized it was a lot of work because they don't do a good job of telling you what cards are bugged. So I was like
That's
digging
good.
through Reddit posts to try to like find what cards weren't working, and it was too much work, so I gave up.
Is Genesis Hydra still bugged? Just curious.
Yes.
Yes, I in my research for the bugged tribal deck, I did learn that it is still bugged.
Because I really wanted to run it, but and then I thought, yeah, it might be. So Ordeal of
Wow.
Nylea, you won't really see this in other decks, but it works really well with Skullbriar. Because it gives them a counter, which is always nice.
2 mana explosive vegetation plus a counter.
Pretty much.
It's pretty good.
Boop.
It's certainly not bad.
Are you attacking me, Tomer?
Are you going to blow up my command tower with Strip Mine?
Well, you just attacked me, so the odds are going up.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. What to do? Woo, he's getting big pretty fast. I like it.
Yeah, I got to open up the chat to see how much command damage has been dealt. 6 damage so far. Wow.
He's getting there. He's so
All of the damage on Seth is commander damage. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, not good.
well. Tom's too busy attacking me, apparently.
I have a 2/2 first strike. You're not blocking, so yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
My hand is not doing a lot, but I do have one of the best cards in the game.
Ooh.
So it should do something more soon, and I'll pass with Fate Tower counters available. Actually, just one, but you know what I mean.
Do you have 8 cards in hand, Tom?
Yeah, I drew a card at the beginning of
Oh, okay, on the
Silver's
next turn.
upkeep because of
Gotcha.
Precinct Cabinet.
Ooh,
The fire's pretty good.
I
that's,
love this.
that's a combo. Okay, so let's start by casting my commander. Step 1.
Mm-hmm.
Think we're going to get back this Dust Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll play Strip Mine.
Oh dear.
Then we'll play. Alright, I'm gonna equip, and if you try to kill my stuff, I'm gonna Strip Mine you in retaliation.
Okay, that seems fair. Oh,
Sylvan-
jeez.
Sylvan Safekeeper.
All right, so that's a lot of elemental potential.
Also, Zero
Oh
North.
my god.
And
Alright.
I guess I'll just pass the turn. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna play. Go ahead.
Unless you don't have any like mass haste, because that would have been bad for everybody.
That would have been like, hey Jake, welcome back to Commander Clash. Here's 35 damage. That would have been really fitting, actually.
Yeah, it would be like you never left.
Just like the good old days.
So I'm just gonna throw it out there. If I had a board wipe in my hand, I would totally use it right now, but I don't.
But it would
As would I.
you lose all your counters.
Actually, Skullbriar over here. It
Has
stays.
text.
Yeah, he actually got a lot better after the tuck rule change, because now you can always choose to put him back to the command zone if he leaves the battlefield for any reason. So, a little bonus for the old
This
Skullbriar.
precinct captain has been great.
Yeah, that's quite an army. I can imagine, what's that double strike enchantment that Richard always kills us with?
True Conviction.
I feel like that's coming up soon. Ooh. Swamp is fine.
I can't believe you didn't target me with that.
I need it for shenanigans. If I play this was like extra reason for Seth to destroy it. That's not fun. Jeez, I really want to keep attacking the Skullbriar because counters are fun, but people are going to be upset with me if I do so.
I will block.
As will I? Question mark.
As will I.
All
Have
right.
you put any fate counters on anything yet, Jake? You have not, right?
No, the fate has not yet been sealed. Also, if you guys want to know a really cool interaction, fate counters count as counters. And counters don't remove from Skullbriar as it moves to any zone besides it.
I
What?
did not think of
So
that.
I can
Oh, that's-
fate the Skullbriar, and then someone very generously wipes the board, and then Skullbriar comes back, attacks me with haste, and I instantly blink it without having any setup.
That's
But you wouldn't do that because we're friends?
No, because you wouldn't attack me with it in the first place, so there'd be no reason for me to blink it. That's why.
Yes.
And also, secondarily, we're friends.
Yay.
on the other hand, you could team up and help Tomer draw a ton of cards.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
I wouldn't mind that
I
as
could keep
well.
on blinking every other turn. That would be pretty funny.
So I
Or
know
I could just deck him. It's not a May ability, right? Its controller draws 2 cards. That would be hilarious.
you know what?
Yeah.
If you deck me through card draw, I won't even be upset.
Man, there are so many juicy bounce lands for my Dust Bowl in my
I
script
know.
mind.
I knew I had to play it. I mean, it's in my hand. I might as well play it. But I kind of know that it's not long for this world. Unless you want to go for
could.
Toms.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this end of turn before I untap Fate Counter. I could put it on Fertilid, and then give you a fresh Fertilid. Under the condition that you give me a land, but I don't really need a land that much. I really just want to see if Skullbriar will work like it's supposed to, and I'm going to put a Fate Counter on here for later.
Oh no! All right, so should I do the right clicky thingy command zone instead of exile zone? So when it gets exiled, it doesn't go to the command zone. Is that what I should do?
I'll let you know if I'm going to do it. I'll let you take off your stops and stuff. I'm not planning on doing it anytime soon. I just want to put the Fate Counter on there for now,
Okay.
in case I need it later. Alright, so let's see, how much mana do I have? 9 mana. That's more than 8. Let's see. What can I do with this? Let's start with more mana, because 9 mana is never enough.
Woo! It's like Solemn Simulacrum, but not
But
quite
crappy.
as good.
Because it's white instead of colorless, and you get penalties for using white mana to pay for things.
It fetches a dual land. Ooh, and it's a scrub land, the best.
I did go for a scrub land because I am a scrub. Alright, what else? 1,000-Year Elixir is one of the ways I can speed up my Triad of Fates.
Mhm.
Use its abilities as though Triad has haste, and I can untap it to like machine gun fate counters. So I can blink this core cartographer and go get some more basic planes for even more mana.
That's actually pretty cool.
It's not quite as cool as a complete army of 5/3, but not everyone can be Seth.
Ooh. Oh, that doesn't let me sack.
Hooray.
Oh. All right. So actually, let's do it this way. First off, nature's lore.
I'm really uncomfortable with this Titania.
But I'm pumping up your zombie, Tomer. You should be happy.
That's the only reason why I played the zombie. I was like, if I'm gonna die to an army of 5/3s, I might as well have a huge zombie. Okay.
Get back that. Play that. 1, 2, 3, and I think we'll just pass the turn.
And I
Nothing's
feel like this should be obvious because it's Seth, but you do have an infinite combo in your deck, right? Like I feel like you have to between the Sylvan Safekeeper and the Drown Yard, like infinite mana, and like sacrifice and return it, sacrifice and return it.
I don't know if I actually can go truly infinite. I think I can make a lot of elementals, but I don't think I make infinite elementals.
Oh,
That would be sweet, though. That would be sweet. That does sound like something that I would do.
Yep. I feel like if there's an infinite combo, it has nothing to do with any of the cards that Seth has on the board right now. It's just something random.
I think all you need is 2 mana increasers, because if the Drown Yard itself taps for 3, then you can tap it to pay for its own return, and you have 2 sacrifice for free outlets right now.
I
So I feel like that's all you would need.
I also occasionally accidentally make infinite combos without realizing it, so it could be one of those things.
Oh?
One of
Like
your
all-
sources of infinite is going away.
Tom.
It seems the most correct.
Yes, I guess it does.
Now we just have to get rid of the Sylvan Safekeeper.
That's a little more challenging without a wrath.
Especially because it can target itself, right?
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, because it's broken.
Board wipe. I put one board wipe in this deck because I learned my lesson from the Tashiro debacle.
This
When
is
I
the
just didn't
first
have any
time-
board wipes.
First time I'm not attacking a precinct captain. It's really disappointing.
It's only turn 6. You only got to attack with it, 5 times?
Ooh. Wait,
4 times?
1, 2, 4, 6.
That's 4. 5, 3.
3, I think.
4, 6, 8.
Do you have any soldiers die?
No, I don't think so.
Still, 2 mana, 2/2, first strike, 3/1/1 counters, 3 cards is pretty
Oh.
decent.
Not complaining.
Your counting is making me nervous, Tomer.
I'm just trying to get most value out of one card. No worries. Why does
For
it Yeah.
Once
What?
again, not targeting anyone else, just giving lands to yourself.
I'm horrible. I'm the guy who uses Party Jace to just party by himself. Oh, come on, Seth.
That counting, I told you, if you hadn't counted out loud up to 8, I would have not done that.
This
that-
is awful.
That really scared me. 8 mana counting up to that means something horrible was about to happen.
It's really not that
Crater
bad.
Husk?
No. It's just,
Crater Husk is 8,
it's
right?
just,
What
it's
else
this
is 8?
promise of power. I just wanted to see if I could make a demon with the entwine. But you ruined that set. Now I just draw cards and that's it.
Oh, poor Tomer.
Oh, you're only going to draw 5 cards and lose 5 life. That's really poor when you have that much mana.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you have 8 mana anyway.
No. Does Tom
Is
have
promise
a
8 or 9 to entwine?
Ooh, I
4?
don't know.
Oh, it's 8. Yeah.
8 altogether. 4 and 4.
No, it's 5. It's
or
5
5.
for first cost.
So
I
it's
don't know
9
if the-
altogether then.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh.
fine.
Asceticism.
Oh, God. That's not good.
See, there's a lot of blinking going on and targeted effects, and I just don't like them so much. I'm not a fan.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
that ain't cool.
Get rid of the Skullbriar.
I already used my O-ring too. I have nothing for this.
I think I have some stuff for it if I draw into it. I don't have it in hand, but
I just want to be left alone.
You're not going to attack me this turn, right?
No, we're cool, Jake.
Not with the big stupid flying flyer either this turn, right?
You didn't. Nope. You did not
Okay.
blow up my crew.
Oh no!
It's a good point.
I still have a strip mine.
It's okay. I'm already past this. Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack.
Seems like a good idea.
And yeah, I'm totally attacking the person who just destroyed my Karoo. Boop.
Well, I guess I know who I'm attacking next.
Oh dear.
For like a lot more damage, as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah, I didn't think that one through very well, did I?
It's okay.
If I do this and yeah.
Alrighty. Let's actually no. First, no, yes, no, yes, no. Okay, I've decided. I'm going to put a fake counter on my core cartographer.
Ooh.
Isn't that
Hey.
foreboding? Then I'm going to pass because I actually need 2 mana to untap it and do something with it. 1,000-year elixir is not good enough right now. This just goes to show you how much work it takes to ramp when you're not playing green.
It's true. It's so
You gotta-
true.
You gotta play your 4-mana commander, you gotta play your 4-mana ramp creature, you gotta put a fake counter on it, you gotta wait a turn, you gotta blink it, then you get your second land of the game. Okay, let's see, what do I do now? And I
Wipe
think answer
the
is-
board. Wipe the board.
I'm actually
I mean-
totally okay with you wiping the board too, because it gets rid of Sylvan Safekeeper.
We're afraid of Seth.
Yes.
I've got the worst board, but I am doing fun shenanigans and no one's trying to attack me or stop me, but that might not last long.
I'm not gonna attack you, Jake.
Ever? In the entire game?
Well, I guess I can't promise ever, or next week either.
I'm still totally rooting for that board wipe that may be in your hand.
Yeah, I might be about to wipe the board.
I
I
would.
mean, I have a feeling that, although that just means that if a Titania goes away, Titania just comes back and like gets a strip mine again, and I don't really want to
That
get
is
targeted
true.
with that twice.
However,
Once.
Sylvan Safekeeper will be out of the picture.
And it doesn't get rid of Skullbriar, because Skullbriar comes back with haste. I guess it gets rid of the zombie.
But if you wipe the board, I won't attack you for like 2 turns.
Wow, that's a lot of turns. I'm not
It is a
even
nice
being
amount of
sarcastic right now.
There you go.
I'm actually not gonna be that mad if you board
I have
wipe here.
one
I
other-
don't think it hurts me that much.
Alright, let's... Do I want to draw 2 cards? I probably just want to draw 2 cards, actually. I don't think I want to bring this cartographer back if it's just going to get killed, so let's draw some cards.
That value. Got 2 lands.
Tirad of Fates has decided... Okay. Got myself my turn 7 Signet, which is the optimal turn to play your Signet.
So much ramp.
Alright, I got myself my Signet, and I don't think this does anything, right? Okay, with 0 creatures in the graveyard, this should just be damnation for 5. Unless
Yeah.
someone wants to do shenanigans at instant speed.
But
You can't even regenerate through it.
Oh no. Does that mean you have shenanigans?
No, I just wanted to see if everybody else, because I have actually a creature in the graveyard.
You do? Oh, you're
Yeah.
getting back Fertilid.
The
Oh, I
value.
didn't notice. Oh, well, you're welcome.
Thanks.
I'm earning that 2 turns worth of peace.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
The
Wow.
spite.
You are
I can't
really
leave-
afraid of the Skullbriar deck, aren't you, Seth?
Well, it's already a 5/5, and
I mean,
Tomer
to be-
has been
to be
attacking
fair-
me.
Neither me nor Tom is doing much right now, but still.
Hey.
It's just a command tower.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, not doing much.
I felt like I had to use it because I want to get it back, and I don't know.
That does make
Tomer's
This
already
means-
got 6 damage on me with his commander, so
Well, now I'm just encouraged to keep going.
I guess
Okay.
maybe we need a truce, Tomer.
This is so late in the
Go
game for a
on.
truce.
Will you stop blowing up all my land, Seth?
I am am getting a strip mine back, so the truce might be in your best interest. You still it's a strip mine, so I can even get your basic lands just to send a message.
Wow.
So truce?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Okay. Well, look out, Scrubland or Azurius Chancery.
All right.
Tom, does it ever bother you when the two strongest players in the game have a truce and you're not one of those two players? Because it's bothering me a little bit right now.
I'm a little irked, I think is the correct word.
I'm a bit flattered that you consider me in the strongest position right now.
I mean, just
Appreciate it.
Skullbriar automatically has like such late game potential unless someone can do something about the counters. It's just with the haste and always getting larger, it kind of never gets weaker as the game goes longer.
It's true. However, I am running low on cards at the moment.
My
you're
secret weapon?
Only drawing to 5.
Ah, you remembered. Oh, no.
No, Tom.
Oh no, this is worse than you think it is.
What?
You're just doing this for a card.
Line.
Oh god, Tom's a hero.
Tom.
What if that truce didn't exist anymore?
Tom for MVP.
Then I don't have a reason to not attack Seth.
I also get to draw a card.
Well, I guess I'm attacking Tom with my Copperleaf Angel.
I love this deck so much.
4 mana draw a card, exile a card in the graveyard is awful, except he puts it back in his hand. So it's actually kind of like draw this card and this effect again, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's bonkers with Ephara. So much value. This is going to be very annoying for me to do anything. Okay.
Just gonna keep making 1/1s. All right. We have a defined path on how this game works. It does not change. Goodbye, Kildoran Outpost.
He's drawing so many cards. I'm so jealous.
Has there been an upkeep of Tomers where Tom didn't have 8 cards in hand yet?
Not in a while.
Wait. 4. Yeah. There we go.
Is it time for Promise of Power?
Uh-huh.
Or Entwined, or whatever they wanted to call this?
So
8/8
much
hexproof,
value.
Oh man, it is a hexproof 8/8 too.
I'm gonna hold back the Fertilite for blocks.
The weirdest
Now-
looking demon.
We're counting like starting with 0, right? Like 0, 1, 2.
Wait a minute.
So the 0th turn that you're not going to attack.
Yeah, this counts as 1. What do I want to toss? I guess this is not as good anymore. So, boop.
The best part about wiping the board in EDH is when you don't follow up and it comes back to your turn and everyone has creatures and you don't. That's the best part. No one. It's a thankless task wiping the board, but someone's got to do it. All right.
Thanks,
what do I
Jake.
do? Oh, you are so welcome.
I actually do really appreciate it.
You're the man.
Let's see. What to do. I wish I had my Lightning Greaves right about now. Actually, I think I have the other one, the one that gives hexproof, the boots. So I can actually blink my own creatures. Let's see. What can I do? How much mana do I have? That's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 13.
That's
I'm
a
one
lot.
short. I'm 1 short
What?
One short of what?
of playing 2 cards in my hand that cost a total of 14. You have no idea how greedy this deck is. I have 1 creature that costs 2 mana or less. And guess what it is? Can anyone guess? It's a good creature to blink.
Is
It's
it
really-
White Main Line?
No.
Is it
Mana or less.
Oreskos Explorer?
No. Wall of Omens. I thought you guys would get that right away. It's like a
Aw.
classic blinking card in those colors. Let's see what other cards I have. How about that? 6 mana, draw 2 cards, overpowered in blue, black, white.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just awful. I think I just might have to play my commander again and do nothing with her. Here we go.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Recap on that turn, I spent 16 mana to draw 2 cards and play my commander.
Good value.
Seriously,
It works.
not playing green is like painful.
I feel you. I feel you.
You don't feel me? You've drawn 2 cards every turn cycle this game.
Well, I've only made one. Okay, yeah, okay, you're right.
This is also Sacrifice X Land's ability.
Only a forest? What happened to your strip mine? Oh no.
Tom.
Forest.
It's so
Well.
good.
Return to
So
Solemn?
return the Stone Cloaker or the Solemn?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like it's a Stone Cloaker. You're drawing enough cards. You don't need the random.
I think
The random.
you draw more cards, so therefore you want more mana to play set.
Yeah, actually, I think I have time, and the Stone Solemn gives me creatures to retreat to Emeria. Bring back the Solemn.
Oh my God, thank
I'll
you.
save Seth from this madness.
I'm so happy you did that.
And apparently Tomer too. Oh my God, I just got hustled, didn't I?
Yup.
I just got hustled.
Thank
Oh,
you.
no.
Oh, I could do things again. Woo.
Whoops.
You know, I was actually really, really scared of Seth until you did that twice to his graveyard, and I realized he has 1 card in hand now. And I'm feeling really bad for him.
Yep, not much going on over here.
He could just randomly make all his lands 5/3s, but then I don't know.
That does sound scary. The beginning of that sentence was correct in that it sounded scary.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he just needs a trample effect and we're all dead. I'd say after one more board wipe, then I'm going to start feeling bad for Seth.
Those elementals look so cool.
Do you have Genesis Wave in your deck, Seth?
No,
Oh, that's too bad.
I don't. That
You
would be
seem like
another
the type
one.
of big mana deck, but maybe you're more just land centric than you are just straight ramp.
I have a lot of stuff that involves lands and not so much focused on ramping.
You have to be pretty heavy on permanents too for Genesis Wave. It can sometimes be bad.
I think that's part of the problem too. Is I have a lot of the nature lore, Kodama's Reach type ramp effects that aren't great with Genesis Wave.
Yeah, whenever I have a big dumb green deck, I always want to put Genesis Wave in it, but it seems like half the time it just doesn't work in that deck. It doesn't go in every green deck, unfortunately.
Genesis Hydra, on the other hand, if it wasn't bugged,
If it wasn't bugged,
So
does
really-
go
yeah.
in most decks.
Really good card when it's not bugged. Hey.
It feels about
I don't
right.
know who that's attacking, but if it's attacking me, I'm not blocking anyway, so...
Fair.
Oh man, I have so many options. What do I even do?
Oh God. I've
Every
really
time you
muffed
say that,
stuff.
Seth blows up one of your lands. I don't know why you keep saying it.
but now my strip mine is gone. Thanks, Tom.
No problem.
Hope you don't have the Rift Sweeper.
You're the one person that didn't get targeted with it. Well, I guess Jake didn't either. I guess it was just Tomer.
The one problem is that Seth can just decide, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice all my lands and just kill Tomer at any time. Which
Does have
I don't
11
like.
5/3s.
Oh, I actually have an answer. Okay, great.
What?
What?
Really?
No? I was trying to figure out what I was going to tutor for, but that solved it. I don't want to randomly die to Seth's shenanigans, so I'm going to tutor for something that will hold off some bad things. Let me see if there's anything better, though.
It only gets creatures, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many cool options. I'm showing it off to the viewers because I'm really proud of this deck. Alright, but I'm going to take this because I think that's the safest option.
You know we're going to see this, right? They're creature cards. We have to know what they are.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
prove that
Spike
they're...
Weaver.
So I really like Gerard's orders because
it.
not only is it a cost-efficient tutor, but it also puts stuff in the graveyard, which works really well with certain cards. I put a little mini toolkit to immediately put in the graveyard, but one of my favorite is definitely Brawn. So yay for no Stone Cloaker. And then I shall 1, 2, 3, 4. Spike Weaver.
I'm so angry I got this hustled. You have no idea.
I'm sure you have blink effects. I'm positive this is not the last of the Stonecloaker, but I was happy that I at least got to do some stuff. I guess I'll start attacking.
Why is your demon an 8/8?
Good question.
I think it's at the time it was made, it's that big.
Oh yeah, it was at the size of my hand, I think. When
Okay. That makes sense.
I don't think Tom has been attacked in a long time, so boop.
Well, let's put a fate counter on here for later, just in case I might want to. Just in case I want to, blink or exile Titania in response to you sacrificing all your lands. So don't do that.
Does that
wouldn't be fun.
Wait, I would get to draw 2 cards out of the deal, right?
Oh no, because it's when it's put into a graveyard, so it's instantaneous. Yeah, I can't stop the combo.
Yeah,
yep, never mind.
Still a
Ignore
triggered
me.
ability.
Ignore me. I said I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
Okay.
So dumb. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Wait, what can you? It's only creatures, right? Yeah.
Let's play a land. I don't think I've missed a land drop yet, which is pretty cool. How much mana do I have? Someone count it for me. Yeah, let's ignore that. Let's just start tapping stuff and see if it works. 7?
My way
7
is
sounds
just
like a
tap
lot of mana.
everything, and then it will just do the counting for you.
All right. Let's play a game called Who Wants to Get Something Exiled by Ashen Rider.
I'm gonna vote for asceticism.
I'm gonna vote for
I also vote asceticism.
Stonecloaker.
Ooh,
Come
this
on.
is goodwill of the council right now.
This is not. Wait, why? What's no? Don't.
So, do I get rid of Stonecloaker as Tomer voted, which is like the only thing that can stop Braun from letting Skullbriar kill everyone, or do I take out the leader at the table and send back Riddle?
Like, I
Actually,
can't be mad because that's the right play, but I feel like I'm just going to die, like, very, very soon now.
There is an interesting point. Hey, Jake, would you like to blink my own Stonecloaker for me?
Oh God, would I ever? Would I ever? And with my 1,000-year elixir, I can do that right now before Tomer untaps.
I had a good position. Why? All fell apart.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of that Braun at some point, or Skullbriar will kill us one by one.
Can I say something convincing to?
Oh,
make you
absolutely!
not?
It's not going to work, but please try.
Let's say you have a threat on the table that you would prefer dead. I can help you with that.
You can? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
Remember how we're friends, Jake?
I
Let's
forgot,
keep that
but
friendship
I'm
going strong.
remembering now. Okay, let's see.
Oh man, and you exiled it, which just means, this is the worst.
All right, so actually, no, never mind. I'm gonna go pass.
I don't like any of this now.
Should I attack with my 3/3?
Are you guys ready to have that coming phase?
Do you know?
This is another game. It's called Who Wants to Get Something Exiled by Ashen Rider. It's similar to the game we played earlier this turn, but a little different.
So it's exiled at your turn, then it's also exiled by the Triad. So this is like chain exiling.
I don't have enough mana for the Triad this turn, this turn cycle anymore.
That is so brutal.
That is disgusting.
Should I use this ability? It's optional. I'm gonna go with yes. Okay, so let's hear the votes again. I want to hear opinions.
I don't know.
Conjurer's Closet. I vote Conjurer's Closet.
I also vote Conjurer's
Yeah,
Closet.
I would vote that too. If
Oh,
that was
come
the
on
choice.
with your snarky selves. I want to see some politics in this game. I'm playing white-black. Vote for something that's not mine. This is will of the council.
Well, if you get rid of Spike Weaver, I'll kill Tomer, or I could kill Tomer.
Oh, wow.
I knew this was gonna happen. I was so happy. I put my asceticism down. I was like, Seth Steele's gonna kill me. I'm gonna put Spike Weaver. I didn't go greedy. Oh man.
If I remove it, you'll just kill him this turn?
I mean, unless he has like a fog in hand or something, but I should
God,
be able
this
to
is
just kill
so-
him.
I don't listen to the other arguments. I want to see this happen.
Kind of. This is pretty insane.
I might get punished for this in the long run. We will see.
This
Now, remember,
sucks.
this was not my idea. This was Seth's idea to kill you.
Seth, you don't have to kill me.
I'm a man of my word.
There's also Chain Exile McGee over there.
Did I click everything? Oh, this is so risky.
Are you going all the way in?
Oh, God. All right, time to always yield to Titania's second ability.
I
I
refuse
guess
to
that's
yield. I'm gonna press F2 every single time.
Oh, my God.
Lord.
And you get +1/+1 counters.
Are we
The
all
only
dead?
thing that could make this better is if Tom has like an instant speed of wrath or something. That would be hilarious.
I vote
You mean
Raz.
like the Aetherize that might be in my hand?
Yeah, like that. Exactly.
Okay, well, it's an
Well,
option.
Since I don't have any mana, I'm gonna go to combat. Let's see. 14, 19, 24, 29, one blocker.
There you go.
What? Yep. That seems fitting.
Yep. That's kind of what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, what on earth am I being attacked by?
Everything.
Bunch of stuff.
Everything that's not killing Tomer.
Are you serious?
And
Are we
then
serious?
and then Tom has 8 cards in hand. Probably a
Tom,
Wrath.
Can you do anything to keep me alive so we can kill Seth and Tomer first?
I don't.
Let's see
have
the
Aetherize
reasons
in
for Tom
Otherwise,
keeping you
I would-
alive. He's gonna get his
my-
stuff chain exiled.
I don't have anything good in hand. I'm sorry, man. I
I
would
did,
take you if I could.
I did keep my word, Jake. I am killing Tomer, so
I didn't count just how many lands you have. If you could do this to me.
if I lose like this, I'm happy. As long as this is happening as well.
3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7, 8 5/5s, right?
something like that. You're probably not actually
So
dead.
if I block Tirad of Fates to the commander, that's 46, I think. And then I block one of those, that's only 41, which means I need to prevent
Can you
2 of these 5/3s from attacking me.
blink one?
Let me count this one more time. 1, 2, 3.
I was thinking the same thing. Can you blink once?
No, he needs one
Well,
more
you
mana.
blink Titania.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's right. Titania has the random counter, the preventative counter from 10 turns ago. Just in case.
Wait a second. 6, 7, 8. These are all Tomer. So yeah, that's 9. That's 45 plus 6. That's 51. So block, 41. I have to prevent 2. Preventing 1 is not enough.
So do I have exactsies for both you and Tomer? Did I actually randomly do that exactly right?
have exactly enough for me, I think.
I refuse to do the math. I'm just gonna let it happen.
Awful. Well, I can deal with 1. I need to deal with 1, and I can deal with 1. And that's with the Triad of Fates, right? I can exile it and then return it. Oh my god.
Well,
This is-
if you exile Titania, he doesn't have the mana to recast her.
Yeah,
it doesn't
I'm
matter,
pretty all
but
in.
he has the mana for I'm dead.
I know, but it's more of the spite play. It's sending a message.
It would
Okay.
probably help Tom a little bit towards beating me.
I think Tom already has this. I'd be surprised if he doesn't have a board wipe right in hand.
I do? Sweet.
Yeah, there you go. Boop.
Hopefully I did
Yeah.
this properly.
If you could keep me alive, I don't know why you would, Todd, but it would be really cool. And I am coming back next week, have some goodwill for you. Note
Honestly,
that I'm
good
never in
karma.
a position of power of any game, so me being with goodwill towards you doesn't really mean anything. So
honestly, if I could keep you alive, I 100% would.
Do they have
But
a
I can't.
trample? No.
Did I do it? No. What is this?
Oh, could you give me a land?
Are you sacking
So I
for
get an extra 1/1?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thanks.
What? What am I, the bad guy now?
Oh my god. If Fertilid gave lands untapped, you could have saved me.
Yeah.
Not that you would have, but you
No,
could have.
absolutely not.
So I have-
That'd be the last thing I did. Considering you killed me, so.
Yeah, considering that, that's a good point. Alright. Let's do this. Let's go out in style.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
I had a third blink effect for the Ashen Rider.
You technically, I think I have Xaxes on Tomer. You could save Tomer, even though you couldn't save
There's
yourself.
no way in.
What? What did I do to you, Jake?
Well, because I want to have an impact on the game. I'm not going to have this great divine turn where I blink my Ashen Rider 3 times and only accomplish in getting Seth to
You would have made
I'm
a
gonna take
friend
someone
for
down.
life. Oh,
Wow.
man.
Okay.
Exactly on both.
Xaxes.
That's insane.
Wow.
Oh God, Seth, I hate you so bad.
I'm sorry, Jake. I couldn't resist. It was Xaxes. What can I do?
The feud has been
No, it's
ignited.
Xaxes. You would just attack me.
Tune in next Commander Clash where we kill Jake first.
Oh.
My God.
And Tom reaps the rewards.
No, it's just getting started with the blinking nonsense.
Well, that was part of the reason. You're going to blink that Ashen Rider a lot.
Only like twice a turn. Every turn.
That's a lot in my book.
And it has a trigger on leaving and entering, right?
Nope. It dies. It's not that.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
the good one. It's not
Oh.
Angel of Despair that leaves, or there's one that I think leaves.
I think that's just enters. Angel of Despair just enters.
I think there's one that's enters or leaves. I forget. Whatever.
Okay, is there the board wipe? Question
I mean-
we've all been waiting for.
If Tom can deal with my stuff, it's over. There's no coming back from here.
I mean, he just used the indestructibility populate thing, which could have been like a pseudo fog. I think that would have been enough to keep him alive.
Yeah, he doesn't have to wipe this turn. He could theoretically generate enough blockers to live.
I'm trying to see if I can kill him.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
figuring it was either a board wipe or just kill. 'Cause, I mean, he has 9 cards.
Can you
really-
get multiple landfall triggers?
This
that
might be Xaxes as well. Oh no! Shoot, they're the one-off Xaxes. Okay. Whew! I almost killed myself there. Okay. Is there another way I can do this? Let me see.
Are you counting Ephara by any chance? Can you turn on Ephara this turn?
That's what I'm trying to do most. Oh man. All right, so I'm
Tokens
pretty sure
don't
the
help.
answer. I think I have it.
Oh God.
Question
Okay.
mark.
Ooh, okay. Cage Sun
+1/+1
Solemn
to
doesn't
a
pump.
bunch of stuff.
Hope you didn't forget that.
pumps a team. Am I dead?
What's the last 2 cards? 1 card? Please be the double strike anthem, please.
If
That'd be
Ephara turns
hilarious.
on, that's late 32, right? I think.
What?
Mana.
What?
12 mana.
Is this like the
Uh-huh.
multi-kicker thingy?
The one that
Oh,
returns things
Marshall's
from the graveyard. Yeah, Marshall's Anthem.
No, this is just me counting in a
Oh.
lazy way.
That's
If it was
how I
Marshall's
do it.
Anthem, I think it would have been pretty simple to tell that he had lethal. It's probably something closer than that. I really hope this is lethal.
Yeah, I'm-
Nothing. 2 players die in a turn, and then the player who killed them
I'm
dies.
guessing this is lethal. I didn't do my math. Oh, it's super lethal, isn't it? Why did I even wait?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's,
I
this is
apologize.
lethal with the tokens alone,
it's pretty lethal.
That's-
without even the
Seems-
Stonecloaker.
Do. Tackle
Yeah.
looping.
I think that's.
I forgot to count the +1/+1 from Retreat to Temeria.
I need Pact of Fog.
Nice.
Good game.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Good game.
Oh.
Good game.
Nothing happens, and then in 2 turns, everyone dies.
I just can't believe the math lined up for both you and Tomer with the Xaxes. The odds of that seem pretty slim.
I didn't even get to play Salt Skidder.
Oh, Salt Skidder! I love that card so much. It's
so
constantly
good in
blinking
this deck.
itself.
You just draw so many cards.
Yeah, I was a bit jealous of your deck, Tom, this week. I really like Ephara. I never actually got to play her myself, but it seems very much my playstyle. Blink, draw cards, blink more, draw cards. Seems fun. Do you have any other sweet interactions going on that you didn't get to show off? Like any
the main
favorite
one is
cards?
my favorite card in this deck is easily Salt Skidder. It's the only foil card in this deck. This had to get a foil one. It's basically a 4-mana 3/4. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you exile it, then return to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So whenever your opponents play a creature, you now get to draw a card, which is just so good. And then I put Panharmonic on this deck, but more importantly, Acorn Catapult, which is a random rare from all the way from Commander.
I know what this does. I know exactly what it does. You
Deals the
ready?
damage, makes a score.
Oh, never mind. Other people know.
I'm sorry.
Why does only? Yeah, that's exactly what it
Literally
is.
everyone knows what Acorn Catapult does, apparently.
Really?
I'm surprised.
Oh.
Let's not explain it to the viewers.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, everyone knows what this is. I don't need to explain what this is. That's a good point. And then Cathar's Crusade might be the most busted card in this deck by a mile. Like, if this deck ever plays Cathar's Crusade, it's just over if you don't remove it within a turn of it.
Yeah.
Within a turn.
To be fair, that's busted in a lot of white decks. But yeah,
Okay,
even more
that's
so
true.
in
Also, to clarify, that's an enchantment that whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, give a +1/+1 counter to each other creature or all creatures.
including that. All
Including
your
one.
creatures.
Yeah, pretty busted with blink effects, I can imagine.
I do think one of the coolest things about this deck is that it's a deck that plays blue that doesn't heavily play blue. Whenever I end up putting blue in one of my decks, I always just end up having a lot more blue cards than any other color. And this is mainly a white deck that splashes blue for stuff like Aetherling, which I think is hilarious because it just also continually blinks itself. I don't know. It's just a really fun deck that I like, and I'm glad I got to show it off.
That was very cool. Seth, what's your name? Did you have an infinite combo? We have to ask that right off the bat. Get that out of the way.
No. I don't believe I have an infinite combo. When the viewers look at my deck list, it's possible that I have one and I'm not 100% realizing it, but I don't believe so.
Okay, to clarify, what combos did you have in your deck?
Actually, there's really no straightforward combos. Basically almost every single card in my deck is doing one of three things. It's either getting lands on the battlefield, or it's sacrificing lands, or it's getting lands back from my graveyard. I have literally like every horrible way. I have Scythe Tiger, a 1-mana 3/2 that makes you sack a land when it enters the battlefield.
Oh, man.
So pretty much anything that can sacrifice lands or get lands back from your graveyard, like Stoic Builder, or just get lands on the battlefield. And then my big payoff cards are pretty much, as you guessed, overrun effects like Overwhelming Stampede and Triumph of the Hordes. The card I really wanted to draw that I didn't draw because it seems super sweet is Smokestack, because I can sack the land. You all have to sack real things, and when I sack the land, I get a token, and then next turn I can sack the token, so I can kind of just grind you out of the game with Smokestack if I got it. Otherwise, I have some really janky card draw, like Arcane Spyglass. 4-mana artifact, you can pay 2 and sack a land to draw a card and put a charge card counter on it, and then you remove 3 charge counters to draw a card. So it's
God, that's awful.
But it sacks a land, so it fits the theme. So it's very focused on the theme, but it worked way better than I thought. I like I said in the intro, I was skeptical about Titania really working on a budget without fetch lands, and my mana base, I have 40 lands and 27 are forests, so you saw most of the synergies, like Drownyard Temple, Dust Bowl, Jund Panorama, Naya Panorama, so I don't really have many lands that can combo with Titania itself. So I got to make use of all the other cards, like the Copperleaf Angel. Ambush Commander is another good one that can sack lands. So I was impressed with how well it worked, being a fetch landless Titania deck.
Yeah, I think the mass sacrifice outlets, Zurin Orb, the Sylvan Safekeeper, and then even that Copperleaf Angel at the end was really what set Titania apart in your list, even without all the fetch lands. Just the fact that you could sacrifice your entire board for free, essentially, and then just stomp off people. That's really scary. And then if you just apply any trample effects, you can easily take out the entire board in one swing. So yeah, it was very impressive. I was a little bit skeptical too going in, knowing that it's a budget Titania list, so you wouldn't have access to the traditional methods of sacrificing. But even without them, the more budget options are very powerful as well, it seems.
Yeah, that's probably the best part of the deck is there's several free mass sacrifice outlets where, and that's what we saw in the video, where I could just go all in. It didn't work out here. I think maybe if I got in a position where my hand was basically empty, I had Lost in the Woods or some random Into the Wilds, a random enchantment that can put a land on the battlefield at my upkeep. So I just had nothing going on, so I didn't think I could really wait too much longer. But if I had waited another turn or two, it might have been possible, especially if I drew an overrun, it definitely would have been, to get everyone all at once with the mass sacrifice outlets. So I think that's kind of the main idea of the deck, is to have a whole bunch of those free mass sacrifice outlets, and I think it did its job pretty well.
Yeah, definitely.
I think also, and this isn't just because I was a person attacked, I think if you had attacked Tom and Tomer, you might have had it. Because he would have had to block. And that means he wouldn't have had lethal to swing back. And I didn't have a board wipe in hand to deal with the follow-up of the 5/3s. I was just planning on hopefully drawing into it before they came crashing into me, but I didn't realize it was going to be literally the next turn that was going to happen. So, yeah.
I actually think Tom at the end there had that indestructibility, Rootborn defenses. Was that online for it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. The tokens wouldn't have gone anywhere, so as long as his things were tapped, you had lethal either way. Yep, never mind. Tom always had it.
Best shot.
I was waiting in the wings, just making 1/1s the entire time. That was the goal.
I thought it was either immediate board wipe in hand or just a way to kill off maybe like the double strike enchantment. But
your deck's name should be 8-card Ephara. It's always 8 cards in hand.
So much card draw. That was great.
You discard the hand size, and then you immediately draw a card.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest downfalls of this deck is that you just don't have enough land drops to contain all the cards in your hand, which can get kind of annoying over time because you're just desperately wanting lands. Like I think bouncing some back to my hand was actually correct, just because how hungry this deck is for mana. It's absolutely insane. You just constantly need mana just so you can play the obscene amount of cards that go to your hand.
I think just for me, the Stonecloaker was such a lockdown piece because I discarded Reanimate because I thought you're just going to exile whatever I tried to reanimate. But I also had a couple Delirium cards. I had Traverse the Uvenwald, which you could have also messed up because I only had like one sorcery in my graveyard too. And then I also had Gerard's Orders, which I immediately fetched up Brawn. So there was a lot of things just in my hand at the time that you didn't know about. But that would have been really, really blanked if you kept the Stonecloaker, and would have been a big thorn. Because also, like, how am I supposed to get it out of your hand, too? I don't have, like, a mass discard or anything to get rid of it. So it's very, very annoying, that little card.
You know what else is annoying? Asceticism.
I just wanted to protect my board, but it's so good.
When that card does nothing, it does literally nothing. But when it does anything, it's just like, it's brutal. It's really, really good at protecting a winning board state.
Yeah, it ended up being very good because I noticed there was an Oblivion Ring. There's targeted removal abilities, I'm sure, from Tom's side. You obviously were running Triad of Fates, so that could have been very annoying for most of my board. So asceticism really earned its keep. And also it had you can pay 2 mana to start regenerating creatures. So even if people go for board wipes, targetless removal, I still have an out there as well. So it was really nice. I don't know. I really enjoyed this deck a lot. It's just a truckload of +1/+1 synergies. I really like my little graveyard package with Gerard's Orders. I ended up taking Brawn, but I also had another creature that had Scavenge, and I am blanking on its name. Oh, Deadbridge Goliath is just a very efficient way to put +1/+1 counters from the graveyard if I need them. And I noticed a lot of people who are running Skullbriar end up going like hardcore Voltron. They'll just focus on their commander and just focus on pumping him up as much as possible and then just trying to win with only Skullbriar. But I ran some of the cards that I deemed the best at pumping him up and synergizing with Skullbriar himself, but then I also just ran a whole bunch of really powerful game-ending threats by themselves. Like I had Obnixilis Unshackled, which was one of my favorite cards in Commander. Whenever her opponent searches her library, the player sacrifices a creature and loses 10 life, and he also gets bigger when creatures die. I ran a bunch of big threats like that. You saw also Vulturous Zombie, which starts off small but gets up very big as well. It was a bunch of cards that I looked at Tom's old list from the Hungry Hippos game we played. So I picked up like Managorger Hydra and Lifeblood Hydra, a bunch of fun cards from Tom's list there as well. So I don't know. I really like this deck. I'm going to play it a bunch more in the future, and I'm going to tweak it. And yeah, it was really fun. Jake, so we saw how your deck works, I think, overall. And at the end there, it was getting very scary with the Conjurer's Closet plus Fate bouncing on the exile creature, the Archon of Justice, I believe.
Ashen Rider.
Oh, boo. I wasn't even close. Okay, Ashen Rider. Did you have any other fun things that you didn't get to show off this game?
I mean, that's the basic theory. There's nothing that flashy. So the way that it starts out is very awful. It's extremely slow, so you generally need at least one combo piece to start going, which I was lucky enough to find with the 1,000-year elixir, which lets you go twice a turn. There's a couple other things like that in the deck. Mage Right Stone does basically the exact same thing. Strionic Resonator is a little bit wackier because you copy your triggered ability, so you get 2 fate counters and then you get 2 fate counter uses. You can't like use it to go fate counter and fate counter use in the same turn. And then like other things that blink every single turn, like Conjurer's Closet, which I also was lucky enough to find. So basically, you need to pair at least one more thing with Tirad of Fates, because just blinking something every other turn is not going to be nearly fast enough to really do anything broken. And then from there, you just play all the good black and white ETB creatures. I had the Ashen Rider, as you saw. I had both the Primordials. One of my favorites that I didn't get to draw was Resolute Archangel. Just keep on setting your life total to 40 and wait till everyone else kills themselves. And like use that as your fog effect. Unfortunately, in most Commander games, they can kill you with 40 damage in one go if they really want to, but it at least makes it annoying.
Yeah, as Seth showed.
I had the new Noxious Gear Hulk, both the black and the white Titan, Grey Merchant. There's a lot of really fun black and white things to blink. And then being black and white, although you don't really get the card draw or the ramp, as I was complaining about considerably, you do get really cool removal. I had 4 Wraths, just in case. I had Austere Command, Merciless Eviction, Living Death, and what else? Day of Judgment. Because I knew that if the board got out of hand, I didn't have the tools to catch back up without completely resetting. So you get good targeted removal, you get good Wraths in those colors. Anyway, yeah, I thought it was a little bit better than I expected. It's not good in an aggressive meta. It's pretty slow deck to set up. I don't have like a lot of early drops. You kind of have to wait till you make your land drops because you can't ramp that well outside of artifacts. But as you see, when it gets going, if you're blinking Ashen Rider 2 times every turn cycle, you're gonna win pretty quickly unless someone stops you. So I thought it was fun. I really enjoyed how the game ended, even if I didn't win. So it was good.
I think, yeah, Tirad of Fates definitely is slow to set up just because of the colors. You don't have that much ramp, you don't have much card draw, and Tirad of Fates' ability as well is kind of slow. However, just having Tirad of Fates on the board, I thought was pretty good as like a rattlesnake effect, which helped you set up the board afterwards. Like, just let you be undisturbed until you could be ready to set up the board. Just because if anybody attacks into you, you can always threaten to blink them. So that was really neat as a way to just pillow fort without actually having anything on the board, really. So that
and if you ask people what you want to get rid of, and you help people abuse their ETB effects like we were going to do with Stonecloaker and the second ability, and I also had Council's Judgment, you maybe stick a couple more Will of the Council cards in this deck, you could make it like, not really group hug, but like more political themed, like you're like taking care of the table and like making sure nothing gets out of hand, and you could potentially like ride on the coattails of more powerful players if you don't make any individual person too mad for a while. I'm not very good at that, but if that's the direction somebody's watching wants to take the deck, then you can certainly try.
You were definitely wheeling and dealing there, so yeah, I do see there's a lot of political implications there, which is my style of play for sure. So that was really neat.
Yeah, if you're not political with it, it can backfire because all the targeted exile and removal effects, they can get people on your bad side pretty quickly. So you have to try to be fair with what you're removing and target the people in power. Which I don't ever follow that advice, but you should.
All right, that wraps up Commander Clash. Next week, we're going to be doing viewer-submitted decks. Last week, we asked you guys to submit some decks that you wanted to see featured in an upcoming Commander Clash, and next week, we're going to be showcasing the 4 decks that we chose to play. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and thank you to everybody who submitted a deck. We had a really good turnout this week, and it's some really sweet decks to choose from, so I'm very excited to show you guys the ones that we ended up playing. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and until then, see ya!